I'd like to introduce my audience. My mother here, Gigi, Grandma, and then Ferdy coming over here. And I'd like to thank you for watching my video.
Thank you.
Go.
I've known a lot of people in my time, but Nicole is one of a kind. I know I am her brother with a different view on her life. This is a retirement party, so I won't take too long with boring or silly analogies. I will discuss what she has done in her life to improve the lives of those around her. She has dedicated her life in service of others. Nicole was born into a loving family with two parents who loved her. It was through her trials of life that she decided to become a social worker. I can remember when she was young that she would take an stray animal that didn't have a home despite protests by her family. She has always felt that she could save all animals. I remember one time she was bit by an animal she was trying to help. She didn't blame the dog. She blamed herself for pushing the dog into something it was fearful to do. She had a deep love for all things that walked on four legs with fur. She had a deep desire to house all animals, whether they were friendly or not. She realized these dreams a few years ago when she opened up her kennel to house unwanted animals. She currently has 30 dogs and 20 cats on her farm and kennel. She has dedicated her spare time, now in retirement, to rehabilitating all these animals so they may find loving forever homes. The underlying desire to help all those in need has driven Nicole throughout her own life. She has graduated with a degree in psychology from IUPUI. She then started her career through Connect to Help. She answered calls about a variety of issues including child and domestic abuse, addiction, suicide, and housing and food help. She gave each caller respect and admiration for help when in need. She understood that for a lot of people, she was with their lifeline to many services that they needed to maintain their lives. At times, she saved many from committing suicide. She never knew their names, but she prayed that God would touch their lives and give them strength. She often realized that she could not bring those in need home. When she was young and naive, she often opened her home to those in need. It always came full circle, and she finally realized she cannot help those who don't want or desire to improve their own lives. These people also affected her family through threats. She only wanted to help, but sometimes helping means stepping back and letting go. She made this distinction with grace and forgave those that have harmed her and her family. For many, retaliation and revenge is a desire so deep that it is a way of life, but Nicole was never part of that. I used to not understand why she did things that would harm her and her family. I have realized over the years that she only wanted to help and understand those that were discarded and vilified. She wanted to provide shelter and help to the wrong sorts of people. Just like those dogs that would bite, she felt that she could touch their hearts and lives. Though naive, she felt she could change other lives for better through encouragement and positive praise. Some people, however, cannot be helped. She realized this and decided to leave work at work and not in her home. She, however, was not naive any longer. She decided to take her life in a different direction when she decided to go back to school. She received her master's degree in social work. She decided to help those in need by becoming an advocate for domestic violence victims at a local shelter. She worked at the shelter for almost 20 years. She has touched many lives. She learned through personal strength and endurance that helping also means removing people from the shelter that were abusing the system that would help them. Although many hardened their hearts to everyone and did not make the distinction, Nicole did. She helped those that helped themselves and not those that used as a means to continue their lives in deceit and hatefulness. She decided that after 20 years that she needed a change. She needed to help children whose lives were touched by abuse. She became an advocate for the children, the Child Protection Services, where she is retiring from today. She became a voice to many who didn't otherwise have a voice. She stood for rights of children. I can remember when Nicole younger advocating for the UN treaty that advocated worldwide for children's rights to clean homes, living without hunger, and free from abuse by adult perpetrators. She didn't understand why the United States didn't ratify or agree with the treaty. She was angry and very upset. She decided then to be part of the politics which she was adamant about going into. She realized later in life that she could work within the system to against it. She also realized that she could advocate for children on a case-by-case basis. She helped many by doing so. I didn't always know what Nicole through her life to help those I felt were bad or undeserving of help. I realized a few days ago that it was love that drove Nicole. Love for those in need, the undesirables of society, those that didn't have a voice. She gave them her voice. She gave them her love and encouragement when wanted. Love is a powerful tool when used correctly. Love can also conquer all. I don't know if this is true or not. Nicole believes it. She believes through her years of service, her respect, and that is what this retirement party is all about. So I toast her life and all that she has done and continues to do.